monsoon Monday night in Barren County. And the rain's so hard in here in the gym that you can't hardly hear yourself talk. But anyway, we got basketball tonight as the Trojanettes host the Lady Maroons of Pulaski County. Jay Turner along with Robert Bauer and Todd Belcher is in the studios tonight on the controls. Glad to have you with us here. Not the crowd we normally do because I guess people stayed in tonight with all the weather we're having outside. I mean, there's some flooded roads out there. But nevertheless, the Trojanettes come in 6-2. Pulaski County is 4-2. Trojanettes ranked number 1 in the 4th region this past week. The new ratings will come out tomorrow. Pulaski County was not rated in the preseason in the 12th region with Danville, Rockcastle County, and Wayne County. They're out of the 47th district, which they play Rockcastle, Casey, and Somerset. And the way their season's gone so far, they have a 58-33 win over McCreary Central. They lost to Pulaski Southwestern 63-45, lost to McCracken County 48-42. They have a 17-point win over Casey County, who the Trojanettes will visit tomorrow night, 51-34, and they lost to Corbin on January the 16th by a score of 70-64. They had a game with Rockcastle County canceled due to COVID. They had a game scheduled with Berea on Saturday night. That game was canceled due to COVID issues, but they did pick up another game on Saturday night as they went all the way to Shelby County and won that ball game 63-53. Chris Atkins in his 4th season at Pulaski County. They went 18-12 last year. They were the 47th district runners-up 2 years ago with a 17-14 record. And Coach Atkins in his first year at Pulaski County, they went 8-22. Trojanettes losing at Owensboro Sports Center Saturday night, 52-42 to Breckenridge County. And again, they'll be on the road tomorrow night at Casey County. Now, we'll not have the broadcast of that game. We're going to do the Trojans and Central Hardin here tomorrow night with a JV varsity doubleheader. Speaking of JV, the Trojanette JV won in overtime just a little bit ago over Pulaski County, 39-36. So we'll look at, I guess we'll talk about Zaxby's keys to the game first here, Robert. How do these two teams match up?
Well, I think we do not see as good a team as we played Saturday, but this is still a very quality basketball team. Casey County was ranked 17 in the preseason ratings, and then they beat them by 17, as you said in your opening there. So I think this is a very quality basketball team, a good opponent on our schedule, on our regular season schedule. This is an opponent we usually scrimmage. We've scrimmaged them for a long time, but we've never played them in the regular season. So this is a nice addition to our regular season schedule this year, and we'll have back-to-back nights, really 3 nights in 4 days, where we're playing quality basketball opponents. So, we struggled offensively the other night, and we struggled to take care of the basketball in stretches. I know it's very simple, but you can't do that against quality basketball opponents. You can do it against some of the teams on our schedule, but you can't do it against the stretch that we're going to see this week when you look at Casey, when you look at Pulaski, and even when you look at Glasgow, who you're going to need to beat to secure the number 1 seed for certain.
That is true. And you mentioned about Casey County tomorrow night on the road. It'll be the Trojanettes' 3rd game in 4 days. When you talk about Breckenridge on Saturday, tonight against Pulaski, tomorrow night on the road at Casey, on a Tuesday night, on a school night, Glasgow on the road Friday night for the important district game. And I just found out earlier, if we had decided to do the Casey County game tomorrow night, they would not allow a visiting radio station to come and broadcast. So it works out that we're doing the Trojans and Central Hardin tomorrow night here at Trojan Gym. Well, we're about 14 and a half minutes away from the start of this ball game between the Trojanettes and the Lady Maroons of Pulaski County. And we'll take a look. There's only a few games around the area tonight on the CRS Construction games around the area schedule. We'll take a look at that. Tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Welcome back to Barren County High School here on a Monday night, and we got a lot of basketball this week. We got Central Hardin boys in here tomorrow night. JV varsity doubleheader. We'll have the varsity game on the radio for you. Trojanettes will be at Casey County tomorrow night, and the big important game is Friday night with the Trojans and Trojanettes traveling to Glasgow for that district doubleheader. Next week we're not even going to talk about that because there's been some changes to the schedule, and it might get everybody confused. It confuses me because we got COVID issues, we got teams that are in the All-A state tournament. I don't know what else, but it's going to be a little mix-up schedule next week. But we'll tell you a little more about that later on. But first, there's a few games around the area tonight, brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. And looking at the schedule now, there's some of these that could have changed already due to COVID and so forth, and maybe a team that were supposed to play canceled, and so they picked up somebody else. The Todd County Central girls were supposed to be at Callaway County tonight, while the Todd Central boys were hosting Trig. Allen County Scottsville girls at Edmondson County. Owensboro girls at Logan County. Russellville boys at Dawson Springs. North Hardin boys at Hart County. And Apollo boys at South Warren. And last I checked, 13 games and girls across the state were canceled due to COVID, 6 boys games. But it's Monday night.
That's right.
The normal night, you don't have that many games going on. But talking about Chris Atkins, John Butler just texted me now, and you mentioned it a while ago that Chris Atkins coached Somerset High School about 10 years ago when the Trojanettes played over there. I remember going over there, and it was a last-second shot, I think, that beat the Trojanettes, and so Chris Atkins has stayed in the area. He went from Somerset to Pulaski County.
Yeah, and Brian Miller, the old Cumberland County coach, used to coach there. That's been several years ago. I mean, that's been, time flies, it's been, I guess, 6-8 years ago since he was over there and moved on, and they've had another coach since then. But, you look at their schedule, it's a little maybe deceiving. They've got a player out tonight who averages 8 a game, one of their seniors. They had another girl hurt in the JV game. I don't know how much she contributed, but they marked her off the book. So they're a couple down. They played Saturday just like we did, so both teams have had one day of rest, and we'll just see how it happens. On paper, they match up very, very evenly, but, paper can be deceiving because of the opponents that each team have played, the quality opponents that you have. One could have played teams that, weren't very good, and the other one could have had a very tough schedule. So it'll be an interesting matchup, to say the least.
Let's look at some numbers. Pulaski County averages about 66 points a game. They got 59. They shoot 36.3% from the field. And behind the arc, they average about 5.5 threes a game at 24.3%, shooting 57.5% from the foul line and averaging 26.3 rebounds a game. The Trojanettes are averaging just close to 53 points a game, giving up 36.8, and shooting at 41% from the floor, averaging 5 threes a game at 32%, 69% from the foul line, and 26.6 rebounds a game. So the Trojanettes are 6-2 coming into tonight's game. Pulaski County at 4-2, and we will come back with more of our pregame coverage here from Barren County High School. We'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups as we tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications for the Lady Maroons of Pulaski County under head coach Chris Adkins. They'll start Madeline Blankenship, a 5'8 junior that averages 12.5 points and 5.5 rebounds a game. Maddie Dunn, a 5'5 senior, averages 8.2 points and 4 rebounds. Caroline Oakes, 5'4 junior, averages almost 10 points a game. Dawn Wilson, a 5'8 senior, averaging 6 points and almost 6 rebounds a game. And Sydney Martin, a 5'8 sophomore, averages just over 6.5 points a game. One of their starters, Shelby Cawthorn, a 5'3 senior, averaging about 8.5 points a game, is not playing tonight for the Lady Maroons. For the Barren County Trojanettes and their sixth-year head coach Piper Lindsay, her assistant coaches Scott Chapman, Chad Withrow. Prince Millman's not with the crew tonight. Katie Murphy, a 5'6 freshman, averaging 5.5 points a game. Raven Ennis, 5'8 junior, 16.3 points a game. She scored 21 of Barren County's 42 on Saturday night in that loss to Breckenridge County. Emma Hughes, a 5'6 senior, averages 3.6. Addison London, who scored 10 in the loss to Breckenridge County on Saturday, is a 5'7 junior, averaging about 8.5 points a game. And Abby Varney, a 5'4 freshman, that averages 5.3 points a game for the Trojanettes. So there's your starting lineups. The officials for tonight's game are Larry Hammer, Tony Franklin, and Jeremy Harris. The game officials brought to you by Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene, as we will get set for the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening first half. And the first quarter of action brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities we serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Back with the start of the game, the Trojanettes and the Lady Maroons of Pulaski County when we return. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Welcome back to Barren County High School on this Monday night with the Trojanettes taking on the Pulaski County Lady Maroons. They'll be in maroon uniforms tonight with white numbers and lettering. Pulaski across the front of their jerseys. The Barren County Trojanettes to our left. They'll be in their home white with Trojanettes across the front of their jerseys in burgundy outlined in gold. I want to remind you, we will talk about this one next Monday night, a week from tonight. The Trojanettes have a makeup game at Monroe County. That'll be just the varsity game only at 6 o'clock next Monday night in Tompkinsville. And we get to make another trip to Tompkinsville, Robert, and maybe a little barbecue on the side.
I don't know. Piper might have a liking for barbecue as much as barbecues we've eaten the last 2 weeks. But
yeah, that's a makeup game next Monday night.
So, I added another one to the keys tonight. We said that earlier. I didn't have a lot of time to think. I got interested in that overtime JV game, and watching that, they 5-point down, come back to win it. It was a good game. I want us to make each other better. I think we have to help each other, be unselfish. I want to see our number of assists go up, not just in transition, but in a half-court offense. So make each other better and see if the team can get better in that aspect.
Right. Katie Murphy gives it over to Ennis on the left side. Out top it comes to Varney. Varney, one dribble, bounce pass over to Hughes. Throws it across over to London. Yeah, she'll kick it back over to Ennis. Out to Murphy. Pulaski County likes to play zone defense, and that's what they're doing.
That's all we've seen.
Yep. Left side it comes to Ennis. They work it inside there to Varney. She goes under, has a shot blocked from behind by Wilson. And it'll stay with Barren County. We're 24 seconds into the contest. As Ennis it's going to be picked off by Dunn. Maddie Dunn driving against Murphy, and Murphy fouls her. So Pulaski County will have it underneath their basket. Blankenship will toss it in. Bounce pass underneath there as cut off by London. That forced the travel on Martin, and Barren County will have the basketball. And Pulaski County will set up in a 2-2-1 zone court press, and the Trojanettes break it but lose the handle as London turns it over, and Pulaski County has the basketball out front.
Very similar defensively to what we saw in Breckenridge County on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And that ball gets away. London picks it up underneath the basket. There's a reach in, no whistle. And Murphy with the basketball with a long pass down to Hughes. One dribble in traffic. Has to kick it back out to Murphy. Left side it goes to London. Back out to Murphy. And it goes inside there to Varney. Turnaround shot in the lane. Bounces in. So Barren on the scoreboard first. Just over a minute played here in the first quarter. And here's a three-point try in the air. It bounces off the rim for Oaks. The ball slapped out of bounds off of Pulaski County. Trojanettes will get it. First substitution in the ball game. Katie Gerald's will check into the Trojanet lineup. And who is coming out?
I think Raven.
Okay. So it'll be Varney to toss it in. So it comes into Murphy. Murphy working in the backcourt. In the middle goes to Gerald's, and she's going to be fouled. Martin, her first. That'll be the first foul in Pulaski County.
Foul zone number 31, Sydney Martin. That's her first team.
Barren County's basketball here at midcourt. As London will inbounds out to Katie Murphy. Back over to London. Back to Murphy, straight away on the left side. Back over to London. Goes down to the corner to Hughes. Now Hughes putting down the dribble. Bounces it back out to London. Swings over the left side to Murphy. Works it inside there to Gerald's and has it batted away and stolen. Wide open layup on the other end for Pulaski County as Dunn scores. Put the Lady Maroons on the scoreboard now at 2-2. 6:15 to play here in the first. As Varney in the backcourt's picked up her dribble, throws it long, and it's going to be a turnover as Wilson comes up with the basketball. Bounce pass over the right side. They work it into the paint, up with the left hand. A scoop shot up, no good. A rebound by Hughes. Murphy into the front court.
Got 4 turnovers and I think 6 possessions.
Pulaski County in the 2-3 zone. Varney, one dribble, out to Gerald's. Back over to Varney on the left side. Varney wants to drive into the paint, and underneath to Murphy. She kind of flipped it up there, and it went in.
Got it to go one way or the other, and that's two good signs. Varney doing something positive, getting the assist, and Murphy scoring around the rim.
Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist for Abby Varney, the freshman. 4-2, Barren County. Pulaski County with a basketball. Dunn wants to drive with it, goes into a crowd, and ball goes out of bounds off Murphy. Raven Ennis back in the Trojanet lineup. She's going to come in for Addison London.
You can't have two go out.
Gerald's was headed to the bench. She will stay in as Blankenship will toss it in. Comes in the corner there to Wilson. On the right-hand side, out to Oaks. Goes left side with it to Dunn. Out around the right side, Wilson. Now Oaks goes left side. Back over to Martin. With a long bounce pass right side over to Dunn. They go down low. Now they go back out. Right side crossover dribble. And working with it. 15-footer in the air. No good. In and out by Blankenship. Varney with a rebound for Barron. Here's Murphy. Long diagonal pass left side. Hughes has it stripped loose and taken in there by Wilson. Another turnover by the Trojanettes.
At 20, I think, was it Saturday?
Yeah.
Well, we're a fourth of the way there.
14 in the first half. Dunn, Blankenship, open three. It's no good. And rebound to Pulaski County. Jumped in front of Katie Murphy to get the rebound. Back out to Oaks.
Not too fond of her energy level to start the game.
And now Oaks, crossover move against Murphy. Bounce pass left corner comes to Martin. And she'll bounce it back out front to Blankenship over the right side of Dunn. Now they go down to the baseline. Martin has it stripped away. It's Raven Ennis. Sends it way down the floor to Murphy. Murphy goes under, hit the bottom of the backboard, put up no good, but Hughes and a foul. So Emma Hughes will head to the free throw line for Barren County. The foul is Dawn Wilson. Her first, Pulaski County's second team foul of the half.
Maybe just a little too far under the rim, but Emma running the floor to get that rebound and positive cash in at the line.
Emma Hughes gives Barren County a 5-2 lead. Katie Gerald's checking out the game for the Trojanettes, and Katie Elmore, another 8th grader in there. Second shot good for Emma Hughes. Katie Elmore, 5'4", 8th grader. And a pass broken up and stolen by Katie Murphy. Long pass down the floor. Ennis underneath. Hughes has a shot blocked out of bounds.
Well, when we're taking care of the ball and we're looking towards the rim, we're checking off that make people better because we are trying to get people right around the rim to score.
This ball comes in there to Raven Ennis. Jump shot in the lane. Good.
Tough shot. Had a hand in her face.
8-2, a whistle and a traveling violation of the backcourt on Oaks. Try to split the defenders of Raven Ennis and Katie Murphy.
One way we can create energy is off of that press, starting to turn Pulaski over.
Ball got tipped, but there is Elmore in traffic going up with a shot. She's fouled.
Another thing I like, we're being aggressive to the rim. We have shot 0 threes tonight through almost 5 minutes. We're trying to really look to the rim against this 3-2 zone.
And so Dawn Wilson picks up her second personal. That's number 3 on the Lady Maroons, and the free throw is up. It is coming off the rim for Katie Elmore. She'll have another try at it, and it's on the way, and it bounces off the front of the rim. Going to get a foul on Ennis for coming over the back.
Didn't really have much of a chance to get that rebound.
First foul on Raven Ennis, second foul on the Trojanettes here in the first half. As the ball comes into play to Martin, and they break the press this time. They work it to the left side, and back out it comes to Martin. Blankenship with it, now to Wilson. Back out to Blankenship, and she'll give it out front for Oaks to set up. Leaves it there with Dunn. Drives it into the lane. Throws up the shot. It rims off. Battle for the rebound, and it's off the hand of Wilson. She tried to chase it down to the end line.
Held Pulaski to just one field goal through 5 minutes. They're getting good looks, but they're not cashing in.
So Murphy works it up court against the press. Bounce pass over to Ennis. Ennis gets it across the line, down to Hughes. She puts it up. It's blocked. We get a foul call. And Wilson just picked up her third.
Wow.
4 fouls of the Lady Maroons here in the first half. Free throw, good for Emma Hughes. 3 in a row for the only senior on this Barren County basketball team.
They are going to sub for her, right?
Well, it doesn't appear that they're going to right yet.
It's a little weird decision.
Hughes, 4 in a row, 10-2, Barren County. Wilson over the left side. Oaks for 3. It's in and out. Battle for the rebound. It's grabbed in there. And by Martin. Going to get a foul called on Barren. Foul on Katie Elmore. Barron's third team foul as the ball comes out front of the right side of Martin. She'll give it to Oaks to set up. Oaks dribbling left, leaves it out there, almost stolen away by Hughes. She went for the loose ball. She's got it. Gets rid of it to London. Nice defensive pressure effort by Emma Hughes. Here's a pass knocked away, trying to go to Elmore in the corner. Yeah, Coach Chris Atkins thought that Barron touched it last. So the ball will come out to Murphy, over to London. Back out to Murphy. 2:23 left in the first quarter. Barren County leads it 10-2. Elmore with it on the left side. Back to Murphy. Right side, London. Back out to Murphy. Now looks and goes to Elmore, dribbling, and actually she didn't put the ball on the floor. She's called for steps. First substitution. They're going to bring Wilson out now with those 3 fouls. And it is Maggie Holt, a 5'7" freshman that averages about 3 points a game for the Lady Maroons. Pulaski County with the basketball. 2:05 to go here in the first quarter. So they get it across the line, falling down. And they're going to have a trip foul on Katie Murphy.
That'll be her second. That was a little delayed reaction because it took a second for her to actually kind of trip over herself, but Katie probably ultimately caused it.
Yeah. So now she has to come out of the ball game with those 2 fouls. Pulaski County with the ball at 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Oaks out front with it. Goes right side with it to Dunn. Martin with it now, and now give it back to Oaks. Back over goes to Blankenship. Working with it, free throw line. Trying to backtrack in is Dunn. They give it back to Oaks. So Oaks will bring it back out front with 1.5 minutes to play. They feed it back in there, and the shot goes up and in by Martin.
Finally kept cutting and running through that offense, so they got a face cut. We didn't jam it, and they got a wide-open layup on the left side.
10-4 the score. Elmore with the basketball. Here is Hughes working, going inside, puts it up and in.
Varney had...
Varney, I'm sorry.
Varney had 0, and Saturday has had 2 shots already.
Yeah. Nice move in there by the freshman. And now we got a hand check on the Trojanettes on the other end. Put it on Emma Hughes, her first. As the ball comes out to Oaks. 1:05 left in the quarter.
A lot of fouls, slow quarter.
9 fouls in this first quarter. Oaks thought about the 3. Bounce pass long on the right side. They had to go chase it down. That was Holt. 48 seconds left. 12-4, Barren. Oaks on the dribble out front. They spread out the floor here with 38 seconds to play. Oaks out near midcourt. No pressure. London's backed off of her. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Now working with it and driving into a crowd. A shot hit the bottom of the rim. Loose ball underneath, picked back up, and here's a shot from 12 feet. It is no good. Rebound to Emma Hughes with 5 seconds. Long pass down to London. Going to have to launch it. 3 ball in the air. No good. That will do it for the first quarter of play. After one, it's Barren County 12, Pulaski County 4. We'll be back with the second quarter after this timeout. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow and Barren County High School basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Yes, sir. For our court number 2, we've gone 19 seconds into the second period as Pulaski County scored by Caroline Oakes. They reset the clock at 7:44. Not sure what happened on that particular
jump
play.
ball. We threw it in. They tied it up, and we get it back on the possession.
Here's a pass down to London. Underneath to Gerald. She has a shot blocked. Here comes Pulaski County back the other way. Dunn driving bounce pass underneath and a layup good.
Can't have that exchange very much. Missing layup on your end, and they are 2 for 2 on theirs.
And Oakes has scored both baskets here in the second quarter for Pulaski County. It is 12-8.
They only had 2 field goals the whole first quarter, and they've already got 2 within 45 seconds.
Right. Elmore, pass picked off, try to go to London with it. Of course, Katie Murphy's on the bench with 2 fouls. Here's a shot going up and in. That is Martin getting the bucket for Pulaski County. All of a sudden, they've cut it to a 2-point game here. Another turnover by Barren. Over the right side, Oakes in the corner. A 3-point try that is no good. Rebound, whistle, a foul. They're going to put it on 33 for Pulaski County. That's Maggie Holt, her first and the team's 5th.
Not an easy game right now to probably watch because there's a lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. It's not clean basketball.
Addison Smith in the ball game now for the Trojanettes, a sophomore. Is Varney trying to get it across the line there. Getting some pressure. Double team. Turns it over. Loose ball. Here comes Pulaski County on the run. Driving in for the shot against Ennis. Puts it up and in. Martin. All of a sudden we got a tied game, and Coach Piper Lindsay wants a timeout as Pulaski County has gone on an 8-0 run.
What a turn of events. They were 2 of 11, 18% in the second quarter. We shot 57%, although we only shot it seven times, made 4 of them. But they've come out here, hit 4 out of 4 to open the quarter. Piper has to call timeout as we've turned it over already 3 times. Led directly to a couple of those layups. You know, they're doing some things that we really haven't been able to. They've turned it over 6 times like we did in the first quarter, but we didn't hardly get any layups out of them. We're getting transition, but we're not finishing around the rim. So, you know, there's a ton of things we got to clean up right now, and this is a very winnable basketball game, especially when we're solid on defense, but we've kind of let down with Katie on the bench. Listen, Katie's going to get in foul trouble. Katie's not going to be out there all the time to handle the ball. We've got to develop somebody else to help her when she is there, and when she's in foul trouble, maybe somebody that can take the reins.
Yeah. Second quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Just looking at all the games have been canceled. Barren County has played more games than anybody else in the region. Well, Allen County, Scottsville, Russell County, Todd Central have played the most games. Warren Central girls have only played 2 games due to the COVID pandemic that's going on.
I think Muhlenberg girls have played none.
None. 0.
So there's such a discrepancy around the state.
Yeah. We're tied at 12, and Trojanettes break the pressure this time. Varney pulls up at the key. Bounce pass over to Smith, and out it comes to Ennis. Ennis, top of the key, looks, picked up her dribble, goes to Smith. Pass is deflected. Another turnover by Barren. Here goes Dunn. She'll go under, missed the shot. Rebound to Raven Ennis. Behind the back dribble, heads down the court with it for the Trojanettes. Ennis going to drive, had it slapped away. Foul called. That will be the 6th foul on Pulaski County.
It's her first miss of the quarter. If she'd have went up for a normal left-hand layup, that would have been 5 for 5 probably.
It's only the first on Dunn. Emma Hughes back in the lineup now for Coach Piper Lindsay. Here's a ball slapped away into the Pulaski County bench by Dunn. Katie Gerald's returning to the Trojanet lineup, coming in for Addison Smith.
She probably could have grabbed it, and as hard as she smacked it there.
Ennis looking, still looking, still looking. Finally gets it in play to Varney as she puts down the dribble here out front of the right side, heads toward the middle of the floor. Now goes left side with it to London. London back to Varney. Varney, one dribble, back over it goes to Hughes on the right wing. Bounces back to Varney, trying to penetrate, can't go, getting some pressure out there from Dunn. Now, nice pass to goal. It's going to be broken up. That was going to be a good one in there to Hughes, but it was picked off. Jumped in front of her right at the last second, and another turnover by Barren. Chance here for Pulaski County to take the lead, and here's a three-point try. Good.
They don't shoot the three really well, just 24%. They've tried 5. That's the first one they made tonight.
They're on an 11-0 run. It's 15-12, Pulaski County. As Ennis gets rid of the basketball to Varney. Varney weaves through traffic, takes it down the middle of the lane, scoops up the shot. No. Rebound comes off to Pulaski County. Down the floor with it. Martin back out front. They're going to set it up. It's Oaks. 3 minutes gone here in the second period. Working it inside. Double team, down low, shot goes up. It's no good. Battle for the rebound. Ennis grabs it out of the air. And then almost lose it, and she does. Another turnover by Barren. Here's a layup. It's up and in for Oaks. And Chris Atkins of Pulaski County will take a 30-second timeout as they're out to a 17-12 lead over Barren County with 4:44 to play here in the first half.
Probably did us a favor there, to be honest with you. Piper didn't want to call her second timeout of the quarter. She's not one to call a barrage of timeouts in a row, and that allows us to, or forces us pretty much to put Katie back in. It's gone from a, what was it?
12-4.
12-4 to 17-12.
Yep.
So a drastic turnaround.
13-0. That was a score at the end of the first quarter. So they've scored, 13 points in a little over 3 minutes.
We've got 6 turnovers, just 2 shots this quarter. They are 5 of 7. Actually, make that 6 of 8.
Ennis in the middle. Gerald's down the middle of the lane. Throws up the shot and in.
It was actually a pretty simple-looking thing, just to drive right down the middle and score.
Yep. On the other end, here's a layup. Good. Quickly down the floor was Maddie Dunn, and she gets her second basket.
They returned it, didn't they, real quick?
Yes, 19-14. Bounce pass right side, Murphy. Murphy hooks it over the left corner. London can't shoot the three. Lobs it back to Ennis, right side of the circle. She'll fire up a high-arching three that's no good. London tried to go with the rebound. It's going to be taken by Dunn for Pulaski County. Down the floor, dishes it off left side. Oaks dribbles around Murphy, throws up the shot. Good.
Katie can't do much because she has those 2 fouls, so somebody's got to know that and help.
21-14. London left corner can't shoot it for 3, but moves in for a 17-footer and didn't even draw iron. Rebound to Blankenship. Kind of rushed her shot.
I think we're getting a little nervous with the way the game has turned. It looked like it was going to be a blowout in our favor, and now they've all of a sudden got a 7-point lead.
Pulaski County's done with it on the right side. Now she'll give it off to Oaks. 3:20 left in the half, and Pulaski County now with a 7-point lead. Bounce pass left side, Holt. Brings it back out. Got Ennis guarding her. Is going to dribble to the right side. Hands it off. It's stolen away by London to Ennis. Ennis driving. Loses a handle on it. Had to try to go chase it down and got rid of it to London down on the floor. Out to Gerald's. Right side Murphy. Into Hughes. Turnaround shot is no good. Going to get a foul called on Pulaski County.
That was Pulaski County's first turnover. You see what happens when you can take care of the basketball. They have shot the ball extremely well. 8 of 11 for the quarter.
And Emma Hughes stays perfect from the foul line. She's 5 out of 5. And it's 21-15. Hughes puts it up in the air and hits it. All 6 points, 6 for 6 for the senior.
We're going to back it up, take us out of our press. Back, and I think that's more to protect Katie because she would be the main ball pressurer.
Yeah. Driving with it is done. Gets rid of the basketball in the corner. Back out around it comes to Blankenship. They give it back to Dunn. She wants to penetrate. Hooks it off in the corner. 3 in the air. No, air ball. And whistle and somebody over the back of Katie Geralds. And that's 31. Martin, and that's her third. Team's 8th.
And a weird. Be 1-1.
Need to stop the clock.
Yeah.
Just, about 4 seconds ticked off.
In a weird way, we don't play a lot of zone, but this may be the team to go zone against because they shoot a ton of threes at a low percentage, and we're in foul trouble, and we're giving up a lot of layups. So there's a lot of reasons maybe to try zone here for the last 2:20.
Gerald's can't get the shot on the front end of the 1-and-1. Murphy tried to save it.
Number 25, Oaks.
21-16. 2:18 left in the half. Oaks with the basketball for Pulaski County. In front court, right side it goes to Dunn. And gives it right back, and a layup good.
They're just cutting off of a middle screen, and we're trailing that, which leads to a layup.
Blankenship, the leading scorer on Pulaski County's ball club, gets her first 2 points tonight. 23-16, Pulaski County. Katie Murphy in between the circles. Left side it goes to Gerald's, back to Murphy. Right side is Ennis. Fakes, wants to drive, throws it back off in the corner. Hughes with a 3, rims no good. Rebound comes off to Holt for Pulaski County. And it's Oaks into the front court with 1:35 left before halftime. Dunn with it on the right side. Comes out to Holt. 3 ball in the air. No good. Long rebound comes off to Katie Murphy. 1:23. Long pass down to Ennis. Nice grab there by Raven. Spin move. Goes up off the window and in. For a People's Bank shot. 23-18. Trojanettes down 5. 1:05 to play here in the second. And it's Maddie Dunn with the basketball. Left side it goes to Blankenship. Blankenship covered up by Varney. Wants to drive and goes to the basket. Puts it up and in.
Again, I don't know if this is on purpose or not, but they're really taking and driving it right at Katie, and she has to back up.
Ennis with a high arching 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Martin with 40 seconds to play here in the half. And a 25-18 Pulaski County lead. Oaks with it. Hands it off out there to Blankenship. They're going to hold it for 1 shot. Dunn on the dribble. It's down to 23 seconds to play. Leaves it out there with Dunn and now gets rid of it back to Oaks. Down to 17 seconds. Hughes trying to stay with her. Oaks. Dribbling left. Wants to drive. She's going to go to the bucket. Puts it up and in. Oaks has scored all 10 of her points here in the second quarter. Katie Murphy gives to Hughes at the buzzer for the long 3. Out of bounds. That's the end of the first half. Pulaski County scores 23 points in the second quarter. Barren County scores 6 in that second period of play. It is 27-18. Pulaski County will come back with their halftime report, brought to you by South Central Bank. After this break, this is Barren County High basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. (27-18), Barren County trailing Pulaski County here at the break. The Trojanettes had a 12-4 lead at the end of the first quarter, but get outscored 23-6 in the second period of play. We welcome you to the South Central Bank halftime report. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. For Pulaski County in the first half, they had 13 field goals, one of those a three-point shot. They did not attempt a free throw in the first half. Caroline Oakes leading the way for Pulaski County with 10 points in the first half. She scored all those in the second period of play. 6 points for Sydney Martin, 4 for Madeline Blankenship. Maddie Dunn scored 4, and a three-point basket for Maggie Holt. Foul situation for Pulaski County. Dawn Wilson and Sydney Martin picked up 3 apiece in that first half of play. For the Trojanettes, only 6 field goals in the first half, 6 of 9 from the charity stripe. And Emma Hughes scores all 6 of her free throws on 6 of 6 from the charity stripe to lead the scoring for the Trojanettes in the first half. Raven Ennis with a couple of field goals for 4. Also, Abby Varney picked up 4 points on a couple of field goals in the first half. 2-point bucket for Katie Murphy and a 2-point basket for Katie Geralds in the first half. Addison London started the ball game, did not score. Addison Smith and Katie Elmore saw action but did not score in the first half. But too many layups for Pulaski County in that first half and too many turnovers for the Trojanettes.
That kind of sums it up. It's layup city on Pulaski County's offense when they're patient, and and it's kind of weird, but Pulaski County doesn't use the locker room. They're just doing their little halftime speech right out here in front of us, and that's what he's telling them. If we're patient, we run through our offense. Every time they've done it, they've got a layup, and it's very true. And for us, we're very discombobulated on offense. We've missed transition layups. And when they started making shots, we kind of lost our wits and really got down on ourselves, and that continued to pile it up and turn it over. So let's look at some stats real quick. For the half, the Trojanettes were 6 of 16, 38%, did not hit a three. That's a little unusual for us. We average about 5 a game. After shooting 57% in the first quarter, we only shot 22% in the second quarter. For Pulaski County, they shot the ball excellently after shooting it poorly in the first quarter. So overall for the half, they were 13 of 27 for 48%. If you look at that, that's 11 of 16 in the second quarter for 69% after just shooting 2 of 11 in the first quarter. So, it's a tale of two quarters, really. We played really well in the first quarter, or at least the scoreboard said we did, and then not so much the second quarter. Rebounds are pretty much even. They out-rebounded us by 1. We turned the ball over 12 times. They turned it over 7. Only 1 turnover for Pulaski in that second quarter when they just went on a run. And that's why you can score, 23 points in a quarter? Because you take care of the basketball, you get shots, and you're patient. So.
Of course, this is a team averaging about 66 points a game, but you mentioned about their 3-point shooting. They average 5.5 threes a game. They've got 1 tonight, and they've got a starter out as well. Yeah,
they lost 2 kids in the JV game. I don't know how much they contribute, but they're down 3 players with a starter and then 2 reserves. They shoot a ton of threes. They shoot 23 threes a game. They only make 5 of them. Well, we're giving them layups. Why are we giving a team that loves to shoot the 3-ball layups is a little concerning to me. So maybe we've gone back at halftime and changed our defensive strategy a little bit, said, hey, you can have that 3, but you're not going to make any more layups. And clearly, Katie in foul trouble takes us down a notch defensively. When she's out there, she's limited, and when she's on the bench, she's obviously not contributing. So we'll see how we make an adjustment. In a lot of ways, we're fortunate we're just down what we are 9 because it could have been a lot worse if we hadn't built that big first quarter lead.
Right. Don't have any scores to report on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. Just a handful of games going on tonight. We'll have more tomorrow night for sure. Monroe County and Glasgow, those are a couple of games we're going to keep an eye on tomorrow night for sure with district action. Those count as district games, by the way. Zaxby's second half keys to the game. What were we looking at?
We kind of went over them there. Shore up the defense and figure out what you're doing on offense. They're still zoning us. What is our overall offensive philosophy? We've got to figure that out here in the second half.
Yeah. We'll come back with the Farmers RECC Jackie Brownie Memorial Opening second half after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Third quarter coming up, presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer and Todd Belcher in the studios tonight of Nash 103.7. Glad to have you with us. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're back here at Barren County High. The Trojans will be in action against Central Hardin. There'll be a JV varsity doubleheader. JV game will start at 5:30. We'll be on there around 6:30 tomorrow night with a varsity game here from Trojan Gym. Trojanettes will be at Casey County tomorrow night. Then Friday night we'll be over at Glasgow for a district doubleheader. Reminder, you're listening to a broadcast on Nash 103.7, WHHT FM, Cave City, Glasgow. Online at 104thescore.com.
All we can do is move forward, be positive moving forward, and see if we can put that second quarter behind us and get back to the Trojanet way of defense.
Yep, got outscored 23-6 in that second period. Pulaski County has the basketball to start the third. Caroline Oaks, who scored all 10 of her points in that second period. Almost half of the Lady Maroons' points. As they work it down low, and here's breaking to the basket is Wilson. She gets her first 2 points tonight.
Well, that's not the way to start. They isolated us in the post, and we went around. They threw it over us.
Yep. Trojanettes break the pressure. Here's Hughes underneath, waiting for a defender to come by. Missed the layup wide open.
We've got to get better at that. We've got to get better at scoring on the break.
29-18. Pulaski County with a lead. They have the basketball. They're going to drive to the basket again. Shot put up and in. That's Oaks for her 12-point. And this game's starting to get out of reach here. With almost threw it away and would have thrown it away if it hadn't been a foul in the backcourt on 23 Dunn. Her second, team's first the second half.
Clock still running again.
That's her second, team first.
It ran about 8 seconds off.
Yeah.
In the middle, bad pass. Here's a 3-on-1 break. Going to the basket against Murphy. Shot up and in.
They're 3 of 3.
Martin.
3 of 3 this quarter. They ended it making about their last 6 shots. So I guess that's about 9 shots in a row they made.
33-8. Another turnover.
Wow.
Pulaski County with the basketball. Oaks circles out. 33-18. Pulaski County. Right side it goes to Dunn. Over to Wilson. Now they give it to Oaks. Bounce pass back out from Dunn to Wilson. There's straight away with a 3. Blankenship. It's good.
Gonna have to get a timeout here. They open the quarter 4 in a row. Now that one as a 3. And like I said earlier, I don't want to say this again, but we have no energy whatsoever. And we're going to do the old hockey line change. 5 in, 5 out for the Trojanettes.
When your first 5 aren't getting it done, you bring another 5 in.
She rotated a lot of kids in and out there in the first half, too, for the same reason, but not happy right now. Piper's not. She's not being vocal about it, but you can understandably see why she's not happy. We're almost down 20, Jay. We were up.
It was 12-4 at the end of the first quarter.
And this looked like it's just a complete flip.
They've outscored us 32-6.
And this team beat Casey by a bunch, too.
Beat them by 17.
Well, I mean.
And they beat McCracken County by 6. McCracken's a decent team.
I understand all that, but this team's not that much better than us.
And they're not anywhere better than Breckenridge County Saturday night. Elmore with the basketball, wants to drive and lost the handle, but got it back on the end line and then tried to throw it off in a corner. Goes off of Martin. We got Katie Geralds, Katie Elmore, Allie Bowie, Addison Smith, and Graceland DeWeese on the court now for the Trojanettes. This ball comes into Geralds. Geralds now picks up her dribble, bounces off to Smith. He almost had it stolen away. There's another bad pass, but chased down by Elmore. Could have been a foul there. 36-18. Here's Bowie with a little 6-footer on the left side.
That's a good find, up and in quick. She did a good job getting that shot off before the defense could come.
Of course, the JV beat Pulaski County in overtime earlier tonight, 39-36.
Basically the JV against their varsity.
That's
now.
Right, yeah. On the right side deep is Oaks. They send it out to Dunn, and around the left side it goes to Wilson. Wilson out and out of Blankenship. Right to the right side is Dunn. She's picked up her dribble. Back out front, around the perimeter, goes left side over to Oaks. 3 minutes of the third quarter gone, and Barren down by 16. Bounce pass back out front, around the perimeter left. It goes to Blankenship. 3 in the air, no good. Battle for the rebound, tipped away, and Graceland DeWeese comes up with the basketball. Oh, dangerous pass, picked off. They kick it back out to Oaks. Another turnover, 3 in the air, good for Oaks.
Get them to miss their first shot of the quarter, don't get the rebound, and, well, just turn it over and right back and give them a 3.
39-20. That ball goes over the head of Smith and out of bounds.
That's 4 of them. We're on pace to get our 6 a quarter like we did in the first and the second quarter.
4:25 to play here in the third. A 19-point Pulaski County lead. Done with it on the right side. Out top is Wilson. Goes left with it over to Oaks. Now Oaks putting the dribble down, giving it out to Blankenship. Around goes it to Martin. She goes inside, puts it up and in. Martin looks a little taller than 5'8". That's what they got her listed at. 41-20. We're going to get a foul called on Pulaski County. Dunn commits her third. Second one on Pulaski County here in the second half.
13 second. Reentering the Trojanet lineup, number 3, Murphy. Number 11, Varney.
And Katie Murphy, along with Abby Varney, have returned to the Trojanet lineup as Murphy handles the basketball. 3:55 to play here in the third quarter. And Barren County down 41-20. Right side it goes to Elmore. Back out front it comes to Murphy. Can't penetrate. Dumps it off to Varney on the left side. Varney now putting down the dribble. It's cut off, double team, back to Murphy. Go into Gerald. She had it smacked loose. And it's loose on the floor, and Pulaski County comes up with the basketball. How many turnovers?
It's 5 in the quarter for us and total 17 for the game.
17. Right side with it is Dunn. So working around at the perimeter on the left side. Oaks back out to Blankenship. Right side it goes to Wilson. Back left side and on the perimeter, Blankenship. They work it around to the right side this time. Chasing it down out front was Wilson. Leaves it with Oaks. Just under 3 minutes to play. Third quarter. And here's Dunn, going to drive to the basket up with the left hand, no good. Trying to get her on rebound, whistle, and a jump ball with possession arrow going to the Trojanettes. Raven Ennis back in the Trojanet lineup for Addison Smith with 2:47 to play here in the third quarter. Katie Murphy with the basketball. Bounce pass on the high post left to Ennis. She turns toward the basket. Now whips it around over the right side to Elmore. Going up for the shot. Good.
That looked good.
Nice move.
We finally got Pulaski to miss. Before that last miss, they were 14 of 16 in the last 2 quarters. That's from 2, not counting their 3s.
And mostly layups.
That's right. That's why it's a huge percentage.
They work it inside. It's knocked away by Gerald's, or rather Elmore, and here comes Ennis down the lane, flips it up and in.
They've really limited Raven, too. What is that, 6?
6 for Raven Ennis. 41-24.
Well, below half of her average.
Had 21 against Breckenridge County on Saturday night. Working with it, Oaks cut off by Murphy. Out top, Blankenship leaves it with Dunn. Minute 47 left in the third quarter. Working with it on the left side, gets cut off. Almost lost the handle.
Got to go get that.
Yep, back out it comes to Dunn. Right side, Blankenship. They work it back. It's poked away by Murphy, and she saved it in bounds, but it goes into the Pulaski County bench.
They're so methodical on offense, they can take a minute off the clock each offensive possession. We're going to have to turn it up and force them to do things they aren't comfortable with.
There's a shot going up, no good, but a foul. And it's on Katie Murphy.
Katie Murphy has her
3 on Katie Murphy. First one on the Trojanettes in the second half.
Should have kind of seen that from the JV game. All their side out of bounds and every kind of out of bounds they have always goes to the rim, and we just didn't have anybody back to help.
That's the first free throw tonight for Pulaski County, and Dunn missed it. Back in for Pulaski County is Maggie Holt. She'll come in to replace Sydney Martin. Second shot by Dunn on the way, and she got that one. 5th point of the game for Maddie Dunn. It's 42-24. Pulaski County, minute and a half to go in the third.
Can't cut into it.
Ennis in traffic, throws it up and banked it in.
We've made our last 4. Still no threes.
Yeah. Here's the ball getting loose and going out of bounds, but it'll be Pulaski County's ball with 1:16 to play. Third period with Barren County down 16, 42-26.
I thought we threw that off of Pulaski County's leg. They didn't think so.
No. They get it into Blankenship. He works against Elmore. Out front with it is Oaks. We'll send it over the right side now to Dunn. Dunn got into a trap and called for a traveling violation.
After they turned it over 6 quarters, or 6 times in the first quarter, they've only got 3 in the last 2 quarters. Another reason it's going to be really hard to come back against them, but we need to take advantage of every time they do turn it over.
Barney with it on the left, and here's Murphy in the middle of Ennis. Turns and fires and misses off the front of the rim.
Not getting rebounds right now either, offensive.
And Pulaski County, we're down to the final 44 seconds to play here in the third period. And they're just going to spread it out.
They got that ability with the huge lead they've got.
Double stacked here on the right side as Oaks gets rid of the basketball over to Wilson. And now Wilson, and it's knocked away, and Murphy almost came up with it, but taken back by Blankenship. 18 seconds left in the period. Bounce pass comes out to Dunn against Varney. Down to 10. Now Dunn starts her move, drives, dishes it off in a corner. 3 ball in the air ball. Taken by Elmore. Got time, going to have to throw it up at the horn. Banked it off the glass, and that's the end of the third quarter. Pulaski County 42, Barren County 26. We'll be back with a 4th and final quarter after this break. This is Barren County basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Fourth quarter, Pulaski County leading Barren County 42-26. As Pulaski County has the basketball, Oaks will bounce it off on the right side to Blankenship. Blankenship out top now. Holt. Over goes to Oaks. She's going to drive. Throws it up off the glass. It's good. 17 for Oaks. She averages 9.7 a game. It's 44-26. Ennis takes the 3, goes up with a floater. No, it missed everything. Underneath the basket, stolen away by Ennis. Trying to go back under. Had it blocked, got it back though. Put it up, no good. Foul called on Pulaski County. It'll be on Holt, her second.
Foul is on number 33, Maggie Holt.
We continue to give Pulaski County easy looks at the rim. They were 6 of 8 overall that third quarter.
And the free throw won't go for Raven Ennis.
And we still haven't hit a three tonight.
Second one is good.
3 of the threes we have taken have been at the desperation into the quarter type shots.
44-27, 7:23 left in the basketball game. Dunn. Over to Blankenship, right side, unloads a three, swish.
That's one of those you don't really want her to take because you're taking so much time off the clock, but hit it, it's great.
47-27, Ennis open for a moment, now wants to drive, throws it up on the run, no good, and foul call.
It's 4 threes for them compared to none for us. I mean, you see where the disparity, 20 points, comes from really quickly. I'm frankly shocked. What I knew about Pulaski coming in and how I thought we would respond after getting beat by a good team Saturday.
That was undone, her fourth. And Ennis hits both free throws. Makes it 47-29. Barren County putting the pressure onto the back court. And going to have some trouble here. They finally get it and then get it up court to Oaks. Oaks stops and pops a three. No. And they get their own rebound and put it back in. Holt getting the bucket.
Not much effort going to get that rebound, was it? I don't know what's up with our girls tonight.
49-29. 6:47 to play as we take a People's Bank timeout. The People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're back here at Barren County High with the Trojans taking on Central Hardin. That'll be a JV varsity doubleheader. The JV game starts at 5:30. We'll have the varsity game about 6:30. Trojanettes will be on the road at Casey County tomorrow night.
It's a good haul. I think they lost about 4 starters from that team last year. They were really good, top 20 team in the state.
Went to the Sweet 16 and actually won the first game before COVID
shut them all down.
Yeah.
It'll be
12 region champs.
It'll be a tough game. I mean, you see this team beats them by 17. They're beating us by 20. So, I mean, on paper, again, it looks like that'd be a pretty even game. You got an hour road trip. Maybe, I guess it's more like an hour and a half.
About hour 20 from here to Casey County.
Ours is a little longer because we always stop and enjoy that nice buffet halfway along the way.
The bread of life. That's John Butler's favorite place.
That's right. It's top 5 for us on our road trips.
Murphy, left side over to Varney. Back to Murphy, top of the key. Back to Varney. Wants to drive it. Goes to the basket, puts it up and in.
Just took a lane, been aggressive there. I like the move.
6 points for Abby Varney on the other end. Here's a layup that is good for Martin. Trojanettes could not get back on defense. It's 51-31.
They were over top of us, didn't they?
Yep. Varney with it on the left side. Back to Murphy. Over it goes to Elmore. She drives in. A collision.
Yep. Charge.
We're going to call a charge or a block. They haven't signaled yet.
Well, a guy underneath the rim had a charge. But
okay.
He's going to call a block.
I think one official was going to call a charge. The outside official called a block. 4 fouls on Wilson. That'll be 5 on the Lady Maroons in the second half. And Elmore at the line. The shot missed. She's 0 for 3 from the line tonight.
Is that the wrong shooter at the line?
We had that earlier tonight, didn't we?
The right shooter this time?
Elmore and Gerald's look a lot alike, and I have trouble with them sometimes.
They do, but that was the right shooter?
Yep.
We got to get back. They were going to give up another layup. There we go.
Picked off by Ennis as Elmore got the free throw, 51-32. Ennis top of the key. Over it goes to Murphy. Long range right wing three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Wilson.
It's okay. We got to be not afraid to let one go.
Oaks with it. Bounce pass over to Dunn. Down in the corner. 3-point try in the air. Good.
Lighten it up.
Blankenship with her third 3 in the second half. And it's 54-32. 5:10 to go. 2-3 zone by Pulaski County. Elmore. Cross-court pass over to Varney. Varney finds Gerald's inside. Puts up the shot. It won't go. And a rebound saved on the inline. Pulaski County almost lost it underneath the Barren County bucket. Here's a pass stolen away by Murphy. Murphy throws it behind her. Ennis with a three from the left wing. No good. And rebound coming off in there was Oakes. Pulled it away, whistle in the back court. And they're going to put it on Varney, her first, team second.
Number 11, Abby Varney, that's her first, team second.
Pulaski County's basketball going to throw a run out here, and it's caught by Dunn. Goes up against Varney, puts it up and in.
Basket, Dunn.
56-32. Ennis on the other end, going in for the layup, missed it, hit the side of the backboard, and battle for the rebound, jump ball. Possession arrow back to the Trojanettes with 4:28 remaining.
We had 12 points in the first quarter, and we've only had 20 since.
As Murphy throws it way out front to Varney. Goes back in the corner to Murphy. Feeds it to Gerald's, lost it, and taken in there by Blankenship. Bounce pass out to Dunn. Dunn working against Varney. 4:10 to play. Gets the screen. Now out top, here's a three in the air. Rim's no good. Rebound, scramble for, still it's going to roll out of bounds, and Pulaski County will get it underneath their basket.
Number 25, Bowie.
Allie Bowie back into the Trojanet lineup, scored a bucket in the third quarter. Just under 4 minutes to play. Here's a three in the air. No, didn't even draw iron. Hit the right side of the backboard. Bowie comes up with a basketball. Murphy on the left side gives it to Elmore. They feed it in there to Bowie. Lost the handle. Loose ball underneath and picked up by Pulaski County. 3:40 to play. It's done. Going to drive it to the bucket. Puts it up, missed it, but gets fouled. And on Varney, that will be her second, team's third. Like she might have got shaken up a little bit.
Just got the line to shoot two.
Done for two shots. The first one is on the way, and it's no good.
Number 5, Smith. Number 10,
Addison Smith and Graceland DeWeese.
31,
And Ann Ashley Atkinson, number 31. She's a 5'7", 8th grader, or a 7th grader. Got 6 players on the floor. Murphy was coming out. So now we got Smith, Atkinson, Bowie, Elmore, and DeWeese. Second shot for Dunn is good. 57-32.
Didn't see this one coming.
Never thought that would be.
Number 1, Sarah Swift.
3.5 minutes to play. Atkinson with it out front, straight away over to Smith. Now Smith throws it back to Atkinson, in the middle to Bowie, and we're going to get a foul. Fouls on Martin, her fourth. And that will be the 16th foul against the Lady Maroons in the second half. Atkinson will go over to DeWeese. The ball skips off and out of bounds.
This is one of those games when you come off of a game Saturday when there's fixable things, and then you kind of lay an egg here on Monday night. You wish you didn't have another one tomorrow so you could get back in the gym and really work on some things, but that's not how the schedule lays out this year.
Pulaski County with a couple of new players in the ball game. Sarah Swift, number 1, a 5'4" sophomore. And also Madeline Butcher, a 5'5", 8th grader, number 20. As Blankenship has it, gives it over to Wilson. And now Butcher. 2:43 left to go here in the game. A 25-point lead. Going up with a shot, it comes up short, and Smith with a rebound for Barren. Smith gets rid of the basketball to Atkinson. Ball's going to be kicked way out of bounds.
Kicked that one out of the gym. That's their first 2-point miss this quarter. They've only got, by my poor stat keeping ability, they've only got 2 misses inside of the arc this half.
Sydney Resch in the ball game, number 3, a 5'7" freshman. Here's Smith with it on the left side. In the corner goes to DeWeese, trying to go baseline, try to feed it in there to Bowie. Ball gets loose, and DeWeese got it back. Smith in the left corner, throws it across over on the right side, and it's lost as Pulaski County on the other end. Up with the left hand, it rolls off the rim. Rebound comes off to Taylor Strange, who's in the ball game, an 8th grader for Barren County. Her first varsity appearance this year. Here's a turnaround shot for Bowie. It comes off. And rebound to Pulaski County with 1:50 to play. And going to be a timeout here called by Coach Chris Atkins in Pulaski County.
Sub timeout.
1:46 left.
We'll
get new players on both teams again. Number 4, Emma Sampson, a 5'4" sophomore. Also in the game, Chesney McPherson, a 5'4" freshman. Hannah Murray in for Pulaski County, handling the basketball, and it's going to come back to the back court, over and back. 1:40 to go.
They've really done a good job taking care of the basketball, and that's what's allowed them to do more than anything. After 6 turnovers in the first quarter, they don't even have 6 turnovers in the next 3 quarters.
Wow. McPherson feeds it in there to Strange and threw it over the head of Sampson and out of bounds.
Not a terrible, maybe too unselfish, though. Probably could have threw that one up.
1:30 left.
A lot of young kids out there.
Yeah. Butcher with the basketball, angling off to the right side. Now top, here's a 3-point shot that bounces and bounces on, bounces off. Rebound comes off to Taylor Strange, the 8th grader. Outlet pass to the 7th grader, Atkinson. Now Atkinson gets rid of it, goes through the hands of Strange, chased down by McPherson, diving for it, loose ball, jump ball, possession arrow to Pulaski County with 1:06 to play. As Butcher will handle the basketball for Pulaski County. 1 minute left. And the ball gets away. Loose ball. Down to the floor is Atkinson. And a jump ball with possession arrow to the Trojanettes with 54.7 left. Addison Smith with the basketball for the Trojanettes. Gets it across over to Atkinson and back to Smith. Smith, left side, McPherson. They go inside there to Strange. A whistle and a foul. Foul is on Butcher.
Foul zone number 20.
Could be 1-1 for Taylor Strange.
Strange is in line to shoot 1 with the bonus.
Shot goes up. It's good.
I'm sure we probably not hit a 3, but it is not in my recent memory.
You know, I'd have to look back at the records and the stats.
We're 0 of 8 so far tonight.
And Strange shot will not count. Lane violation. 57-33 with 42 seconds to play. Murray with it for Pulaski County, getting pressure from McPherson. Holt down to 28 seconds left. Gets rid of it to Butcher. And Butcher has her pocket picked. It's Addison Smith driving in for the left-handed layup. Good. 57-35, 13 seconds to go. Pulaski County will go to 5-2 on the year. Here's a 3-point shot, comes up short. Sampson with a rebound. Atkinson with the ball, and that's it. 57-35. Pulaski County wins it tonight over the Trojanettes. Trojanettes held to single-digit scoring in the second, third, and fourth quarters, and not a happy Piper Lindsay tonight for sure, Coach. Looked like things were going to go well there. Jump out to a 12-4 lead, and then things just fell apart.
Yeah, we too many turnovers and just no energy about us, no fight, no desire, and I guess it just comes to show you can't just show up and expect to win a game. I mean, Pulaski, they're good. They've got good guards. They can shoot it. They can score it. But you gotta come ready to play from start to finish, and we just didn't do that.
We had so many turnovers, and they had so many layups. So they shot like 70% the first half. But well, when you shoot layups, you can shoot 70%, but just couldn't get anything done tonight.
No, our defense was not very good. Just kind of driving around us. I mean, we weren't trapping like we were supposed to, and just like everything we did on Saturday that was right was completely the opposite tonight. And you can't have games like that, and you're not going to win games like that.
Right. Of course, you got to go on the road tomorrow night to Casey County, a team that they beat by 17 back a week or so ago.
Yeah, Casey County, they lost 7-8 seniors from last year. That was a very, very good team, but it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Honestly, if we don't come ready to play, the same thing's going to happen. And honestly, we'll just have to sweep this game right here under the rug and learn from it. That's really all you can do, and hopefully, be ready to bounce back tomorrow.
Yeah. Looked like they'd won 4 straight according to their schedule. They've lost all 5 starters, but they still have 3 players averaging double figures.
Yeah, they do, and like you said, I mean, they're very well coached. Tara Weddle's done a great job there. But like I said, it comes down to doing us and making sure we take care of the ball, playing solid defense, all those little things we talk about every single day. We got to do those tomorrow.
And you got to turn around and play. You don't really get to work on anything.
Oh no.
Between now and then. So
no, but again, a lot of things we did tonight are things that I know we're way better at, and I think that's the bright spot. I know we can do these things. We just didn't show it tonight.
Of course, tomorrow night you go on the road to Casey, but you come back and you play Glasgow Friday night, and that's a big district game for you.
It is, and we got to be ready. And just like I said, as far as tonight goes, if we play like we did tonight, it's not going to be pretty. But the girls will be excited, and we got to be ready to go.
Well, Coach, I won't be with you tomorrow night because of the game here at home with the boys, but we'll definitely be with you at Glasgow on Friday night.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
And good luck to you tomorrow night.
All right. Thank you, Jay.
All right. Coach Piper Lindsay, the Trojanettes falling here at home tonight by a score of 57-35. Coach's comments brought to you by McDonald's. Enjoy a McDonald's meal today at your Glasgow McDonald's. We'll get set for the CPC Commodities post-game report. It's coming up next right here with Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Welcome you to the CPC Commodities post-game report. CPC Commodities, proven on our farm, made for yours. As the Trojanettes fall tonight 57-35 to Pulaski County. Trojanettes led 12-4 at the end of the first quarter. Got outscored 23-6 in the second period, and were behind 27-18 at the break. Lady Maroons scored 15 to the Trojanettes 8 in the third period to take a 42-26 lead, and they outscored the Trojanettes 15-9 in the fourth quarter to win 57-35. Pulaski County goes to 5-2 on the year. Trojanettes fall to 6-3 on the season. The Lady Maroons had 25 field goals tonight. 5 of those were three-pointers. They were 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. And Caroline Oakes led the way for Pulaski County tonight. She had 17 points. A total of 8 field goals. One of those a three-point shot. 13 points for Madeline Blankenship. She hit 3 threes in the second half. 12 points for Sydney Martin on 6 baskets. 8 points for Maddie Dunn. She scored 3 baskets, 2 of 4 from the foul line. Maggie Holt with 5 points for Pulaski County on a 3 and a 2. And Dawn Wilson scored 2 points tonight for Pulaski County. Trojanettes with 12 field goals, 6 in the first half, 6 in the second half, and no three-pointers tonight for the Trojanettes. They were 11 of 17 from the charity stripe. Scoring for the Trojanettes tonight, Raven Ennis with 11 points. She had 4 baskets and 3 of 4 from the foul line. 6 points for Emma Hughes. She scored 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. Those were in the first half. Abby Varney scores 6 on 3 field goals. 3 points for Katie Elmore. That was on a field goal and 1 of 4 from the foul line. And 2 points each for Katie Murphy, Addison Smith, Allie Bowie, Katie Geralds. 1 point for Taylor Strange on 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. And you've got a few stats there, don't you, Robert?
Yeah, if you want me to go over them
Sure.
real quick. Trojanettes 12 of 32 for 38%, 0 of 8 from 3. Pulaski County hit double the amount of field goals we did, plus 1. They were 25 of 48 for 52% for the game, and they hit 5 of 17 threes for 30%. They out-rebounded us by 2, 20-18. We had 20 turnovers compared to their 12, so just outplayed, overall outplayed. And tomorrow night we'll look for our first out-of-region win. This loss takes us to 0-3 in the region, so we're going to have to get a win out of region.
Mm-hmm. Time to select our Monticello Bank Trojanet MVP of the game. And that's going to be hard to pick tonight because nobody really played that well. You could call Emma Hughes with 6 for 6 from the free throw line, or could I think we go with a senior tonight. Emma Hughes. 6 for 6 from the charity stripe in that first half. Emma Hughes, our Monticello Bank Trojanet MVP of the game. Monticello Bank is your MVP when it comes to all your financial needs. Proud sponsor of Barren County Trojanet basketball. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We'll be back to wrap it up after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. scoreboard update before we leave the airwaves tonight. This is from the middle school scores at Warren East. 7th grade won over Warren East 27-26. The 8th grade lost 33-13. Again, the final score here tonight, Pulaski County Lady Maroons 57, the Barren County Trojanettes 35. We'll be back here tomorrow night with the Trojans taking on Central Hardin. The Bruins coming into Trojan Gym. JV game will start at 5:30 with a varsity game to follow. We'll be on there around 6:30 or so tomorrow night with that broadcast. But good luck to the Trojanettes at Casey County tomorrow night as well. I want to thank Todd Belcher, our studio producer at the Nash 1037 Studios. Robert Bauer with color commentary and stats. Until tomorrow night, this is Jay Turner. Thanks for being with us, and good night from Barren County High.